it's so cute. Are you a warrior for the divine? Yes, you are. Trigger warning. Being brave enough to stare down your fears and what has traumatized you is the only way that we're able to grow. Never forget that. A person, like, if I don't flow in my creative energy the way that I'm supposed to, I'm hindering not only myself, but the people around me as well. This is why I encourage people who have mental health issues, who have traumas, to be able to find confidence, to be able to push back at what hurts you, create that resistance, and be able to dig your heels in. Namaste, you beautiful soul. You honor me with your presence. Thank you so much for being here. May you receive unconditional love and clear guidance from your divine support team. On this channel, I share the many divine wisdoms that I have been given from Source in order to help you unlock those third dimensional shackles. Today we will be discussing shadow work. If you know what shadow work, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know that you're hearing what I'm saying, you're interpreting the vibration that I am releasing and stuff. I love some extra input. If you are not in alignment with what I'm saying, I am not going to try to be like, no, you're not right, because I am trying to integrate. To believe in oneself is to believe in the universe. Do you believe in the universe? Because the universe believes in you. Stay tuned to the end of the video to see how I can get entered into my monthly giveaway. We love giveaways. Who doesn't like free shit? We love giveaways. Bonus points if you tap that subscription button. You want some more of this weirdo nerdy shit? Like, come on now. Subscribe. To seek or not to seek? That is the question. Are you going to be brave? Brave? Are you going to venture into the darkest parts of your personality to be able to heal those things? If we choose to keep running from what hurt us instead of standing our ground and being able to be like, I deserve love, I deserve to forgive myself for this, or to even be able to forgive yourself for the circumstances that you had no control over. This is how we're able to really move past those things. Like, you have traumas, you're going to get triggered. That's how it goes, because that is a part of your subconscious that was broken due to whatever circumstances that led to that. It's not the universe's job to tiptoe around your traumas. It's your job to identify your traumas, to heal that part that had been taken from you, and then to be able to stand in your truth and understand that energy, and to, if nothing more, be a beacon of light, to be an example, to encourage other people, like, hey, I went through this, and I am not going to let it define me. Being so self-aware that who you were is who you are choosing to no longer be. So, having that mindset of those flashbacks or those past traumas that have affected me for so long that that I am resorting to unhealthy coping mechanisms to be able to cope with what has happened to me or what has been done to me or the circumstances that I was in without my consent. I would consider the ego to be like the tough guy name for the shadow. I know that there are some spiritual teachers who will say, like, oh, you have to get rid of your ego. You have to get rid of your ego. And I disagree with that because the ego is what keeps you safe. And I strongly disagreed with that when it came into my consciousness, and I was like, this, like, my ego tripped, and I was like, that's not okay, because if you take away somebody's ego, you take away their ways of survival, the ways that they've been able to adapt with their traumas to be able to be present. That ego is what protects you, protects the rest of your innocence, protects your psyche, and without an ego, you are a mindless zombie that is just literally doing whatever it is that, you know, whoever's telling you to get rid of your ego is wanting you to do. I don't suggest to get rid of your ego. I don't think it's possible, first of all. I don't think it's possible for you to remove your ego. That is a part of you. But yeah, I suggest integrating your shadow. For example, if you have a problem with authority, I suggest still feeling the way that you do, and you might have to do what the government tells you to do because you're a bad girl. But I'm still going to do that, and because it is out of my hands, it is out of my control, I am going to do my best to make that situation better for the sake of everyone involved. Like, I am a divine oracle from the spiritual realm, and it is my job to share the universe's information, the universe's knowledge, and all these extra wisdoms, right, with the collective. And for me to say, like, oh no, I'm not going to be myself because I'm upset at my current circumstances is not going to get that message to the right person. Like, if I don't flow in my creative energy the way that I'm supposed to, I'm hindering not only myself, but the people around me as well. So this is why I encourage people who have mental health issues, who have traumas, to be able to find confidence, to be able to push back at what hurts you, create that resistance, and be able to dig your heels in. Definitely want to acknowledge the efforts that you're making, and we are going to avoid shaming. We are not going to shame, because once you put yourself in that vibration of shame, that's that lower vibration, it's hard to get out of there. I know personally what that's like, and I want to remind you to be gentle with yourself, like, quite literally. Like, I have self-soothing cards that I recommend, and I can even give you an example of the self-soothing cards. Like, it helps to ground you when you're able to see something in front of you, read it, and be like, I am going to accept this energy because this is the best thing that I can do for myself at this this is how we are going to get to the other side of our pain, so that we can no longer be ruled by our fears and the bullshit that our past had gone through. So, if you are struggling with massive amounts of trauma and triggers, then I suggest starting a shadow work journal where you are having that time where you are putting towards, and you can physically see the efforts that you're making, because it is going to make it a whole lot easier to understand, to recognize, and acknowledge that you, because it's really hard to not acknowledge you having a journal where you're writing and you're continuing to put energy. List your traumas. Get down to the nitty gritty of it, because in your pain, is the key to your future. What you have gone through in your life, like, it is about goddamn time that we start talking about the things that have hurt us and debilitated us from being our truest and highest potential. Find ways to be able to express that, to express that energy creatively. And I mean, I do not suggest video games. I know a lot of my male viewers are going to be like, what the fuck? That is like our only go-to. Forgive me, sir, but there is a beautiful world out there. Get out in nature and connect with the earth. All of the things that have happened to you are an imbalance of nature. And the way that we heal this within ourselves is quite literally to be able to remove that, forgive ourselves. Get in nature. Start that positive inner monologue. Start talking to yourself in a better voice. Like, if you have negative things that you say to yourself, write those down in your shadow work journal and be like, okay, this is one of the things that I think about myself. And then try to see where that comes from. Who said that to you? Who made you believe that that is the way that you need to feel about yourself? Because that is not how you have to feel about yourself. Not only is that not how you have to feel about yourself, but fucking quit doing that shit, because you deserve better. The moment that you decide that you want better for yourself, and then you also start doing better for yourself, is the moment that you change your world, therefore starting to change the rest of the world. I love you so much. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you have made it to the end of this video, make sure to comment in the comment section below and be like, hey bitch, I fucking did it. And or head on over to my Instagram and draw me a message with your email so I can get you entered into the monthly giveaway for this month. The winners for the monthly raffle will be announced on Instagram on the 11th. So make sure to head on over to Instagram and drop me a message. And then I will get your email from you and get you entered into that monthly giveaway, because you deserve it and I appreciate you so much. So you have a wonderful freaking day. Make sure to appreciate yourself, because you are doing a lot. You are amazing, and you need to stop being hard on yourself. I really feel like when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to myself. And it helps me to take my own advice, because not everybody's perfect, Jesus and shit, you know, or whatever, but I sure do appreciate you. I love you, I love you, I love you, and if I haven't told you, I love you. Bye, have a wonderful day. Where's my little clicker? Where's my little clicker?